Hey everybody, let's talk ebooks. Ebooks are a great activity to do with students, and you can share your screen in Zoom and read ebooks together. We're going to explore a couple of different ebook options that there are available. So the first we're going to start with is Epic Books. And Epic Books is an online and app-based ebook system that's free for educators. So if you don't have an account, you can sign up with your HMS school email address, and that will give you a free Epic account. So let's look at Epic. I'm already in a book. But when you sign in, you'll sign in with your account, and then you can search for different types of books that you might want to read, either by title or by subject. You can also then make collections. So if you know you're going to read a lot of books about penguins one week, or you're going to read about feelings, you can put a whole bunch of books in one collection so they're easier for you to find. So let's say I want to read this happy book. I just select it and it will be on my screen, and then I can turn the pages and read the book. With a student, I can have them work on turn the page or more, or something like that, if that was part of the activity, or we could focus on the story, comprehension questions, etc. There are also books that are called Read to Me books available, where there is built-in narration. You'll see here this says Read to Me. Those books will have built-in narration that will read to the student. There are videos and there are audiobooks also available through Epic. You can even make quizzes and attach them to books. So if you were working on comprehension questions with a student, you could add those comprehension questions to the end of a book. If you want more information about that, just ask and we can go into that further. So Epic is free for educators, and it has hundreds of books ranging from sort of simple picture books to chapter books, and as well as videos and audiobooks. So that's the first one, Epic. The next one we're going to look at is Skybrary. Skybrary is an online and app-based ebook system from Reading Rainbow. So, of course, it has books, but it also has virtual field trips, and it has some guest stars from LeVar Burton, which make me feel happy. So we purchased let me take us all the way out of Skybrary. We purchased a Skybrary account for HMS, and the information is in this infographic, which you also will have access to, of how to get in there. I made each teacher a account, but if you need an account, if you also want a personal account, you can have one. And I also made a generic HMS account. Sorry, I got distracted. So when you sign in, you'll sign in as a student. And it will ask you for your classroom code. The classroom code is HMS, because it had to be more than 3 letters long. As you see, each of the teachers' hat is listed here. I can also make accounts for other people, but there's also this generic HMS account. And you can click on that. I've made the text password all lowercase HMS, and that will take you into Skybrary. Skybrary has the interface is different, like floating islands in the sky that you can visit. So you sort of fly off in this hot air balloon, and then you can visit these different floating islands. Magical Tales, Genius Academy. I can just scroll this way, it takes me over. Awesome People, National Geographic, and Animal Kingdom. I can select one of these islands, and it will take me to sort of pre-selected books and videos in that island that I can kind of scroll through and find what I want. There's videos of sort of virtual field trips as well down here that fit with this kingdom. I can also search for books if there was a specific topic I wanted a book about. I want to read books about penguins. And then it will bring up books, so I don't just have to sort of scroll through. I can select a specific topic, and then when I select the book, the way Skybrary works is it's like a library, and it puts the books into your digital backpack. So at any time you can have 5 books in your digital backpack, and then you can read them from your backpack. You can read with narration, which is this little person talking, or without narration if you want to be the reader for a student, or you want a student to be the reader. And then you just go through the way you would read a book. When I'm finished with this book, I go back to my backpack. If I'm going to be done with this, I don't need it anymore, I'm not reading it with another student, I can return it. So this X is return the book. And they'll say, are you sure you want to return it? And I say, yes. And it puts it into the book drop. That's just sort of the interface for Skybrary, is using this digital backpack. Okay. The next one I want to look at is the Free Library of Philadelphia. If you live, work, or go to school in Philadelphia, you are eligible to get a library card from the Free Library, which is awesome. And it means all of us. This link here in this infographic will take you to how to get a library card if you don't have one. I think if you have an address that is outside of Philadelphia, you might need to pick up the phone and call one of the libraries and have a librarian help you out. But you are eligible for a library card. It just might take a phone call instead of just an online form. The Free Library has really upped its digital resources in the last few years, and especially in response to the COVID pandemic. There are lots of different digital resources available, including ebooks, audiobooks, movies, videos, music, journal databases, tons of stuff that you can have access to, tutorials, web tutorials, language learning apps. There's just a ton of stuff that the library now has that is free for library card holders. We're going to look specifically at digital media databases. So these are like ways to get books. That's what we're sort of focused on today. There's a lot of different options. I'm going to look at a couple of them. But if you explore the library website, you can really see that there are a lot of different ways to access ebooks and other things. So the first one we're going to look at is Bookflix, named after Netflix. It's made by Scholastic, and the way it works, we'll go to Bookflix, is you need to have a library card. So you'll log in with your library card, and you will, they've paired a ebook and an animated picture book together. So if you're familiar with Scholastic animated picture books, they are the book and narration for the book with some light animation. They're not like a total cartoon, but they're going to have some movement and music in the book. So they've sort of paired all these different videos and books together. So if I want to read this, I'll just go with penguins again because I do love a penguin. If I click on this, I will watch the story. It will be an animated video, okay? Which is great, and you can do that. It'll have sound and a little light animation. It won't be like super duper animated like a full scale cartoon. And I can make it the full screen, and you'll sort of see. I'll just sort of fast forward so we get past it. You see that there's just a little animation. Like it's not going to be a full animated story. It's going to have a little bit of movement. It's going to highlight the words. It's going to read aloud. That's really great for a stop and go activity. There are also books that are more just classic ebooks. And when you open those, you'll just turn the page like you would any of the other apps. And again, this has the option, I can make this full screen, but as well, and it has the option, if I'm doing a read along, to change the pace at which the book is read. So it will highlight the words as it reads, and I can make the narration faster or slower depending on what is appropriate for the person reading. So this is Bookflix. It is free through the Free Library. The next one we're going to look at is Overdrive. Overdrive has sort of two main interfaces, regular Overdrive and Overdrive Kids. Overdrive Kids is kids books, and then regular Overdrive is all kinds of books. A little plug for Overdrive. It is, you check the books out, like at the library for 7 to 21 days. You can download them onto your Kindle, or if they're audiobooks, onto your phone or other way that you enjoy listening to audiobooks or reading them on your computer, or iPad. So this is also great for just enjoying books yourself. This is a great way to access digital books that are a wide range of topics, fiction, nonfiction, kids books, adult books, etc. So check out Overdrive for yourself as well. We're going to look at Overdrive Kids, mostly because most of the books that we're going to use at HMS are going to be picture books, although there are options for chapter books and nonfiction books as well. The kids interface sort of has a more, it's like orange across the top. And the way it works is because you're checking these books out of the library, they will either be available, see how it's available here, or they will say waitlist. Waitlist means that too many people have this book checked out, you can't check it out. But you can place it on hold, so you can say, oh, I want to put that on hold, and then they'll like email you when the book is available. If you are going to use Overdrive, you need to download Adobe Digital Reader, which is free, to open the books, and so you just want to make sure you do that before you're in a session with a student, and then you'll download the book and you can read it on your computer, share the screen, and go through the book that way. If you need any help with getting it set up, just let me know and we can help walk you through getting this set up so that you could use Overdrive to read books. It has a lot of really great books, and they have both ebooks and audiobooks, and they'll sort of tell you right here. So this one says ebook and has a little graphic of a book, and this says audiobook and it has a headphone graphic so that you know what you're getting, so that you get the kind of book that you want. And they have a lot of books about lots of different things, just like the library, because it's a library service. So I believe you can have 6 books out from Overdrive at any time and 10 books on hold. So that's a really great service that you can use for yourself, your own children, and in your sessions. The last one we're going to look at today is Hoopla. It is another digital media tool through the free library, and it is another one that is both app and web-based. It has ebooks, audiobooks, comics, and movies. So you can take out 4 titles a month. So as opposed to Epic or Skybrary, or Bookflix, which is an unlimited number of books you can read, with Overdrive and Hoopla, you're checking them out from the library, and they have a limit to the number you can have out at any given time. But it also has a lot of options, specific kids options and other options. So check out Hoopla as another resource. Again, it is free through the free library. So all of these ones, Bookflix, Overdrive, Overdrive Kids, Hoopla, you're going to need a free library card. The free library also has other ones, including one called, I think it's called Reading. You can get Tumble Books, which we also have through HMS, but you can do Tumble Books through the free library. You can do Freeding. Oh, here's Freeding. You can do EBSCOhost if you're looking for certain kinds of books. There's music. Canopy is one that lets you do all different kinds of videos. So there's a lot of really great resources through the library. And if people want a specific exploring resources that the free library has tutorial, let me know and we can explore that further. You will get a copy of this infographic, and all of the icons and underlined words are active clickable links. So they will take you exactly to these different resources for you to explore. So ebooks, gotta love them.